been a while since I've been on here. Still haven't gotten my hair cut. Procrastination. Oh my goodness. But that's me. But not for everything. Now, one thing about van life. There's a lot of times that there's no one to talk to. Yes, I work full time. So I talk a lot at work, it seems like sometimes. Actually, some days I do talk a lot. And some days, couldn't care less about talking. But I just wanted to get on here and talk. Ignore the van. It has been cold lately. I've got my blankets piled up on the bed. I've actually got it ready to get in the bed. I'm just not ready. Ignore everything back there. I've got my towels drying. Yeah. The rest of the van doesn't look that great either. I have not done much of anything lately. I did go to the movies Saturday. I really enjoyed it. I went to see I Can Only Imagine 2. Really good movie. Based on a true story. And that's the kind of movies that I like. So that was really good. And then Sunday morning I went to church. My church has 2 services in the mornings. At 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And I'm usually there bright and early. So I did miss last weekend. Was it last weekend? I was out of town. But we've been in a series of fighting for your family, which has been really good. And this week's it was a lot about talking about needing to forgive someone of the wrongs that they've done to you. Well, that hit home pretty hard because I've carried stuff around with me all my life. I'm in my 60s. I've struggled my entire life because of things that was said to me early in life. Not once, but many times. And not just by one person. Numerous people. And it was always men. The put downs and name calls. Not going to go into it. But the service Sunday was good. It was good. I think I got some stuff out of me though. I think some stuff has been lifted off. We had the opportunity at the end of service to take a notepad, a piece of paper, and write out who hurt you. You could write out what they did. And this is just for your own personal thing. We just write down who it was, what they did, and give it to God. And pray. It was hard. It was hard. But afterwards, well, you release it by just ripping up the piece of paper. And we were able to either just throw it away or put it in this bin that they're going to They were going to burn it all, which I like that part. Because all the hurt that you're put through in life, sometimes it takes drastic measures to get it out and get rid of it. So the whole thing was to write it down, who did it, what it was, give it to God, and forgive the person. Doesn't have to be to their face or anything, but it's for you. Because unforgiveness hurts you. It's like drinking poison and expecting them to die, so that doesn't work. If you don't forgive someone that hurts, it only hurts you. So at the end, tear it up, put it in the bin. And when I did that, going through the prayer, going to the altar with it, and just giving it to God, there was something just lifted out of me. And I have felt better since then. There's some bitterness that has not been there now. I don't feel the hurt at this time. Now I know the enemy will come in and try to fight you on it, but I feel a lot better. And I think this is genuinely, for the first time in many years, I can say I feel better. But I just wanted to share that with somebody. And you guys are it. But yeah, I don't know how many of y'all that watch my videos attend church or are believers or anything, but I just wanted to share that. And even if you're not a churchgoer, if you've got bitterness and unforgiveness against somebody, it's still a good thing to do. It releases you. It takes the burden off of you, because you're holding on to bitterness and anger and hurt isn't affecting anyone other than you. And I'm in my 60s, and I've been carrying stuff around all my life, practically. But I feel pretty good right now. So it really did help. But other than that, I have not been doing much of anything, because we have went through an ice storm a couple weeks ago, snowstorm, well, a few weeks ago for the ice storm, then a snowstorm. So I've stayed parked pretty much this entire month. The weather is just insane. I think it's bipolar. And then yesterday and last night was just super windy. And I need to figure out a way to close off the edges of these doors back here. Because when it is really bad windy like we've had, the wind just comes through the doors, even with all the insulation that I've put around the doors. And at the bottom of the door where the doors meet, there's all that open space that you could actually see through and see the ground. I'd fill that in with insulation. It has helped a little, but the wind still comes through. And with this blanket hanging up back here on the other side of my towels that are drying, I can put my hand on it and you can feel it moving. You can feel the airflow. So I've got to figure out something else, some other way to seal the doors. If anybody's got any ideas, leave them in my comments. Things I'm doing ain't working. I've got stuff in the floor. I blocked off the bottom of the doors, but I've got this side, the center, and then this side over here where the crevices are that needs something, and I'm not getting it. Insulation isn't getting it. Someone told me to use some kind of spray sealant. I said, I don't want to close it off permanently. It's just for the wintertime. I need to still have it usable, be able to open the back doors, but I need a way to block off the drafts because I've got the heater pumping on high all night long and it was still cold. It's just crazy. But tonight it's not supposed to be as cold. Tonight the wind isn't blowing as bad as it was blowing last night, so it won't be as bad. And I can actually shed a couple of these blankets. Actually, one of them isn't a blanket, but I use it as a blanket. I've got to show you this. I love this. It gets cold, and I'm all about having throws to use. When I was in my apartment, I love throws on the furniture. This is a hooded blanket. I love this thing. This was given to me. When I can get it wrapped around me, I love it. But it gets cold in here. I snuggle up with this, just like wrapping up with a throw on your couch. I can play on my phone and be warm, and the heater will be going. It actually feels pretty good right now. I don't have the heater on right now because I turned it off a few minutes ago because it got a little hot in here. It's actually 59 right now, but it was in the 60s when I turned it off. I'll turn it back on after a while. This feels pretty good, actually. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really done anything this month, mostly because of the weather. I did go thrifting. I went thrifting, and I love Vera Bradley. Just love the colors, love the patterns. And I found Vera Bradley purses in a thrift store, not even used. Pockets to it. Love it. This is just one of them that I got. Yeah, I got two of them. Now, if you know anything about Vera Bradley, you know they are stinking expensive. Even when they're on sale, they're expensive. These were marked at the thrift store $18 each. So it's like, okay, $18, I can treat myself, blow the rest of my Christmas money on me. It's $18 each. I got two of them. But when I got up there and she rang them up, $9 each. They've not been used. One of them still had a tag inside of it that showed a higher price. So I just started using the purple one, and then I have this one. Okay, the colors are weird, but I love it. It's got the purple in it still. But I just love these big bags. It's got pockets on the outside. I love it. So that probably has me up to 4 or 5 Vera Bradley bags. I think 4. But I still want to say maybe 5. But yeah. I have given Vera Bradley items for Christmas as gifts. And yeah, I just love Vera Bradley stuff. One of my pocketbooks, I even have the billfold to match. Yes, I get everything on sale. I mean, I go for the really cheap sales. I'm a penny pincher. I go for the cheap sales at the outlets. So, yeah, that's just me. I don't like to spend money. A lot of people make fun of women spending money all the time. And men make comments about women spending money all the time and shopping all the time. I don't like to. I don't like shopping. There are exceptions. Like for my granddaughter's birthday, she wanted to go to the mall and shop. I absolutely loved it. I went with her and her mom, my daughter, and her little sister, my other granddaughter. I loved hanging out with them. It was fun. It was tiring, but it was fun. I enjoyed that. But other than that, I'm not a shopper. I will get things 9 times out of 10 if I need something. But I don't have much space being in a van. So I actually do keep 2 or 3 purses in the van for me to use, swap out. Because if you didn't notice, these are material. I can put these in the washing machine. Yes, I put my bags in the washing machine to get them clean. So pretty much any bag that I buy, it will go in the washing machine. It has to be able to. And I have a storage unit where I keep a lot of stuff. I do have a lot of stuff in storage. I actually showed that in a video last summer, I believe, that my storage seems to have grown. I started out really good. I was shrinking everything down. I was getting rid of stuff. And then I started buying things. I honestly have gotten rid of a lot. I moved storage units. And I have an interior storage unit now where the humidity is controlled. So I've got it rearranged. And I do need to go out there, and I've got some stuff that I've got to get rid of. A lot of paperwork that I need to shred. That's really super old. But there's something missing. Motivation. I know I need to get it done. And I've known this for months now. But I've just not been able to. There's always something else that I would rather do. But honestly, a lot of times that something else is absolutely nothing but sitting here playing on my phone. It's kind of like existing. Yeah. Sometimes that's what it just feels like. It's just existing. I'd started the year out putting in applications at 55 plus apartment complexes. So far, that has only been a successful one application being turned in, because the other one that I was trying close to where I work, they say that they're there Monday through Friday, but I've been there and they're not. Try to set up a time. You call, leave messages, send emails. It could be days before you hear back, and it's just like, so that application is like 4 weeks old already, and I've kind of lost interest in that place. I actually ran into one resident there, and it wasn't very nice. Rather crabby. I won't judge the whole place because of one crabby person, but it's like, I want peace, and I have peace. Do I get cold? Yes, I get cold. Does it get super hot in the summertime? Yes, it gets super hot in the summertime. I do not have a ceiling fan, but I have 4 fans like this that are rechargeable. They're nice. They're nice fans. Do I want to get rid of my ice chest? Yes. But I have had three coolers, and none of them worked. One didn't even come on. One, let's see, one didn't come on at all, so that was returned. The next one, how did it go? The next one came on, but nothing happened. And then the third one, it came on. I could turn it on, and it was a freezer cooler, fridge dual. And the freezer part would work, but the fridge part wouldn't work. So I'm 3 for 3. I want to try just a refrigerator cooler style. But I'm having a hard time just ordering it. Because like I said, I'm 3 for 3. It gets tiring having to return things all the time. But I really want to replace the ice chest with a cooler. And I have some in my Amazon list, but to narrow it down, I don't know. I guess we all have those times where we just have a hard time taking the step to get stuff done. It is what it is. But hey, it's another day. We're alive and well. We're surviving. And there's more and more people in vehicles than there used to be. But we're surviving. I just wanted to share the Sunday story with you. That was very encouraging, uplifting. It was a good day. It was a good day. And if you're wondering where I go, there is a church in Western North Carolina called Biltmore Church. It used to be called Biltmore Baptist Church, but they dropped the Baptist part. You want to be Baptist to be there. I'm not Baptist, but I do go there. Biltmore Church. There are several locations. 5, 6 locations. I don't think there's more than 6. There's either 5 or 6. Or is it 4 or 5? I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the places that it's located at. But there's actually one location here where I live, but I don't go to that one. I drive to another county to go to another branch. but they are online. They are on YouTube. If you're curious about where I go, if you're curious about fighting for your family, it isn't a brimstone and fire preaching like things were when I was a kid. It's pretty easy going. So if you're just curious about it, it's on YouTube. But I just wanted to share that. Whether you believe or not, or whether you go to church or not, that's okay. Glad you're watching my videos. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I'm thinking about telling some stories from my past that I can't get out of my head. That's going to be for another time. Yeah, that'll be for another time. Yeah.